Okay, now recording has started. First of all, I am welcoming everybody to this session. This is a missed session. Actually, it was on Sunday that we intend to hold this class, but then we are having network problem. We're having network problem, and we decide to make it today so that everybody will enjoy the session. We will learn. We are inviting Precious to come and give us some talks so that he was able to make a significant progress within a very short time in the program. So we want to learn from him. What did he do that is different? Or what experience has he have, especially the experience of what happens in the agency? That is what I want him to discuss the most, especially. Then, how did he get this client? So these are some of the questions that we want to ask him. Then we are going to have a session where everybody will ask questions. Well, not everybody, but I say we are going to take some questions so that, like, one question. Ideally, I told you guys to paste it in the Telegram in order for me to go and copy it and add it to group, but I prefer you ask question one-on-one because most of some people have not have one-on-one contact with client or talking in a community like this. This is one way to start. So I would prefer that we ask question one-on-one here. So, Mr. Precious, you are welcome. We are going to give you flow to get started, and the first thing you are going to start it with is the main thing, which is to tell us a little bit about yourself. Sorry, you have said it earlier, but we want you to repeat because this is like a fresh record that we are going to take it to YouTube later. So, sir, please can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Precious Ajala. I am a lawyer, I am a content writer, and I am a direct response copywriter. I'm also one of the students of the $500 copywriting program. That is all about me for now.
Okay. Uh, we will be going to the next question, but before then, I want you to tell us a little bit. How did you get this client? What approach did you use, and what resources did you use to get this client, please?
Okay. How I got my clients is um, first I had a goal at the beginning of the program. I always come up with my own, like, what is my goal? Is it just to learn or is it just to get a client? So my main focus was get a client, and I was, let's say, I was not even patient enough to, like, get to the part where Mr. Mahmoud taught us about how to get a client in the program, but I just have to be patient. So the approach I used, I thought about um, the niche I want to get into. I started with the niche. I can't just say I want to get a client, just any client. I don't think it works that way. You have to you have to choose your own niche, the one that you know that will be able to perform, which is the automation niche that I have experience with, that I know that I'm written something about. I like to let me put it that way. So then I followed the instructions. Let me say this. During the program, Mr. Mohammed mentioned that he got his first client, and then I think it was on LinkedIn or something. Yes, I think he mentioned LinkedIn that the person paid him around $50 at that time. So I was like, okay, I'm starting with LinkedIn. I'm starting with LinkedIn. Then I said to myself, what else do I need to add to this? And I was like, okay, I can't just choose a niche. I need to narrow down. I need to pick something that um, something that I know that is not very saturated. Something that I know that everybody, like, not everybody is into. So I narrowed down. I broke the niches. I broke the niche down into different aspects. For example, there's AI automation, there's dashboard automation. So I did all this. Then moving forward to how I actually got my clients, this is what I did. I thought to myself, I told myself that if I want to, like, actually have a one-on-one conversation with owner of the company. Sorry about that. Let me try to order it. So I
Your,
said to myself, if I want to get a one-on-one conversation,
your voice seems to be breaking.
oh, okay. What about now? What about now?
It's okay.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
So,
Yes, yeah, clear now.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
clear now.
I said to myself, if I need, if I want to get a one-on-one conversation, maybe or get a chat client, I should not go for this.
Hello? Yes, can you be clear?
I also cannot hear you clearly. It's speaking from your end too. Give me a minute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, sir, we can hear you now. It's better now.
very well.
No problem. So I said to myself, if I
I can hear you very well.
I said to myself, if I want to get a client, I should not go maybe all these companies because they normally have all these big companies. Let me put it that way because it's still building. What about now? Is my voice still
Ah,
breaking?
just voice.
No,
It's better when your face is
your
closer
voice,
to the phone. And when you are closer to the phone, it's better.
Okay,
Your voice is not audible enough.
sorry about that. So as I was saying, I said I said to myself that if I want to get a client that's fast, I should not go for all these companies and you have to talk to HR, talk to different people before you can actually. I want direct contact with people. So
We
that's
can't
where
hear you.
mm,
Honestly, the network is really, really bad.
okay, give me another minute. Let me restart my network.
Maybe you can just try putting the speaker close to your mouth or get your phone close to your mouth so we can hear you.
So what about now?
I think it's better.
So I went for a one-man company, like all these sole proprietorship, all these sole proprietors. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, let's go on.
yes.
Okay. So that's
Not
what I
very
went for.
clear.
I don't know what to do at this point. I can actually hear you people very well. I don't know why you cannot hear me well.
You can go on,
Maybe
it's
if you
clear.
put the phone, maybe you put the phone close to your mouth.
Okay.
Let's
Let,
maybe,
let me use, let me use my phone speaker then. Let me use using this.
it's not
What
clear.
about now? Can you hear me?
The previous position was better. The previous position was better. At least we could hear you earlier, but
Now you
now
can't
it's
hear
even
me.
worse. Better now, better. It's
Okay.
okay now.
So, as I was saying, I said I had to like narrow down, then search for um a sole proprietor, like a one man company, and that was what I did. I kept searching, I kept searching. Then I was like, okay, I think this one is within what I needed. Then I clicked on, I think here. Let me tell you the part that actually got me to the client on Upwork. I searched for companies that have their companies. I mean, all these job employers that have their company details on it. Some will post a job on Upwork and they will say, "Oh, we want this for our company." So. The ones that mentioned their company was my main priority. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Yes, we can
So
hear you now.
okay. So that was my main priority, to get um clients that have their company details on Upwork, so that I can message them directly. So that was what I did. Then I got then I got the details of the company. Then I went to their website. Okay, I also searched Google about the company. Then I was able to locate the website. So I went to the website. I checked what they were doing, like what they do for living, and the kind of tasks that they perform daily, the kind of company, the kind of company it is. So that's what I did. I did my research. Then I searched for any social link that can link me to the CEO. Fortunately, it was there. Then I clicked the link. Then I went to the it was a LinkedIn link that I clicked. I clicked the LinkedIn link. Then it took me I was redirected to the LinkedIn link. Then but before I sent any message or before I pitched my proposal, I edited my profile to match what the company does. Like, for example, now the company is into AI and all this automation. I edited my profile to match it, like to match it so much, so that when I text or when I message the employer, he's going to obviously check my profile and see what I do. So I think him seeing what they do on my profile also motivated him to giving me a chance. So that was how I got my clients. Is Mr. Mahmoud here? I think there's a new
I
link.
think
Mr. Mahmoud just messaged me now. There's a new link.
It's,
Check,
Ahmed, it's not the network challenge for him.
check. Maybe you should check the group chat. Let's get into the new link.
Hold on first. Precious.
Okay.
Hello?
Please, what's the problem? I had everywhere quiet.
Please, I wanted to ask if the Upwork is an app or eh, into.
Should we not use the new link or what? It seems he has left us now. So are we not to use the new link or what?
Maybe he will. Maybe he will rejoin again. Maybe he will rejoin. The CEO, may I have 2 questions?
Hello, I'm here now.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, I was actually in
Coach
the other
Mohammed
link as well.
is
Okay. Mr. Muhammad, you hear me?
I think
Hello, Mr. Mohammed,
so
can you hear me?
I think
Maybe we
something
should
is wrong.
he's in. He's in.
I don't think Mr. Muhammad can hear me.
Coach Mohammed is in.
I don't think he's in, but I don't think he can really.
But maybe he's having a network challenge.
Okay, I just texted him again. I think now he's gone again.
So which bank do you use to earn your income?
Okay, my client is an Australian client, so I use PayPal. But Nigerians cannot really receive with PayPal, so there's a way to it in which there's a way I did it in which I used a South African PayPal account to receive it. So then I sell the PayPal funds to exchange it into Naira. But as for people that work with US clients, UK, they can use like Gray or Payoneer or other platforms like that. And the reason why I'm using PayPal is because Gray, Payoneer, Gray and GigPay and all these most of these platforms, they don't really work there. They're not supported in Australia. That's why.
Hello, can one use
Have I
a
answered your question?
domiciliary account? Can one use domiciliary accounts?
No, the reason is because the thing is that you have to use all these third-party platforms. For example, Payoneer. Then you can connect your domiciliary account to Payoneer. That way you can withdraw your money easily into USD.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
I have a question.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Ajala. Hello. Can you hear me?
Talk now. We are hearing you.
Sorry, I cannot hear you again. Are you still speaking? Hello.
Okay. How did you open your PayPal?
Okay, there's a way to withdraw on PayPal, but the thing is that I will actually not advise to use PayPal because PayPal is very stressful. They stress people a lot. For example, now, as for me, I could not withdraw my money for like a week until after a week. Let me put it that way. And then when I wanted to withdraw, they said I could not withdraw more than $300 per month because that's my limit. So all these rules actually made it very, very hard. And you cannot withdraw directly to your Nigerian bank account. You have to either sell it or connect it to those third-party platforms I told you about, like Gray, GigPay, or Payoneer. Those are the ways you can withdraw your money from PayPal. But I will not advise it at all.
Hello, Mr. Ajala. I have a question,
Hello.
please. Can I go ahead?
Okay. Yes, go on. Sorry, I cannot hear you anymore. Are you still there? Yes, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you, Mr. Muhammad.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, please, let's focus on, and see, how to withdraw money is not a problem. How to get the client is the main thing we want to focus on here. You understand?
Okay.
Let's focus on this area. How to withdraw money. Everybody, if you get client, you know how to withdraw. Let's focus on what matters. So please, I want you to come again. You should talk a little bit about how you get your client again, please, because that time we were having network issues. A little bit on how you process that client, your mindset, your process, all those things again. This is the most important thing first, please.
Okay. All right. So this was how I got my clients. First, I had my goal when I was going through the program, was to learn how to get clients. Even if I can't learn the whole process on how to get clients, was to just get a tip on how you got yours. I focus on yours most especially. You said you got your client on LinkedIn, and then he paid you. The client paid you about 150. I think I remember. So that was the same style I used. But this was exactly how I got my clients. I went to Upwork. On Upwork, there are a lot of employers or people that actually post jobs that they give details about the job, while some also give details about their company, which you'll be doing the job for. So that was my main focus, to get companies that post about the job and about their company, that mention the name of their company or anything that has to do with their company, so that I can track it and maybe go to their social media to message them. That was my plan. But before then, this was what I did. I narrowed down to a niche, because you can't just say you want to just get a client on maybe email copywriting. You have to like be specific. As for me, I was focused on automation, because I used to write about automation like as a content writer. So I know much about AI and automation. So that was my goal. So I went on Upwork, searched AI and okay, I first searched AI email copywriting. Then it brought a list of jobs. Then as I was checking, I saw one that caught my attention. It has the description and the name of the company in it. Then I was like, okay, this is very easy. Then I went straight to LinkedIn. Okay, then I went straight to Google to search the name of the company to get information about their website. Then after I got information about the website, I clicked the link. Then I thoroughly read everything on their website. What they do, their terms, their goal, their services. I read everything and I understood them. That, okay, this is what they need. This is what they want to do. This is what they do for their own customers or their clients. Because it is a B2B company. It is not a B2C company. When I say B2B, A B2B company is a company that deals with business to business, not a business to client, like most e-commerce companies. So this is actually a B2B. So in essence, it is an agency. Yes, it is an agency. So I went on the platform. After I read everything, I checked their socials. They always have most websites normally have their social media handles. They have it at the bottom of their websites. So that was how I clicked the link. It took me to LinkedIn. I was focused on LinkedIn most especially. The link took me to LinkedIn. Then I saw the employer. I saw his name. I saw what he does. I saw his profile. Then I was like, okay, this is the kind of thing, this kind of person this man is, and this is the kind of thing he talks about. So before I messaged him, I edited my profile to suit almost everything on their. Let me say it this way: I edited my profile to perfectly suit what the company does. Like the service of the company is into AI. So I went to my own profile. I was like, okay, I am an AI and automation, email copywriter, then slash copywriter, all this stuff. That's what I did before messaging him. And then next, I was like, okay, before I continue to message him, let me firstly put it into the hands of God, because I always involve God in anything I do. So I pitched my own proposal. I made it very, very natural. I didn't use AI to generate the proposal. It was like as if I really wanted. So I pitched my proposal. This is what I do. Hello, sir. I saw your this thing on link. I saw your job post on Upwork. This is what I do. I can help you do this. I can help you do this, and I write this. I'm a direct response email copywriter and also a copywriter. And I've had experience like in this field. I worked for some clients, although I don't know. You have to just make your mouth. You have to be sweet in what you're saying. If you don't have a client, I already have experience in the automation and AI. So I mentioned a few companies I've worked with, even if some of them are in Nigeria. I mentioned them just like maybe to like make it very, 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 very essential, or very, very great, or very, very nice. So that's what I did. Then I messaged him. At first, he read the message and he didn't reply for like an hour. I was like, this is my first try anyway. Maybe he's not interested. Then as I was about to even continue with the course, I just got his message. Immediately, I got his message. I acknowledged it. I said, okay. I said, okay, thank you very much for considering me. He said, okay, he's going to give me a try. And he's going to tell me to perform a task. What I made sure I did was, as I was getting his messages, I was replying immediately. My phone was beside me because I noticed that he's the kind of person that replies fast, and he's the kind of person that is attention. His attention span is very low. So I kept messaging him back to back as he's messaging me back, telling me about what he does, like if I can really help. He didn't even ask me for my portfolio, funny enough. He was just interested in if I can actually do the job. And I think because I told him I already have experience, maybe he saw my profile, maybe that's why I didn't ask for my portfolios. So that was that. Then next thing, he now told me the reason why he's actually picking me for the job. He said most of the clients that he has worked with, when he's talking to them or when he's chatting with them, they don't reply fast. Like he doesn't like it. Then he said because I really reply fast, like he likes it so much that he's going to introduce me to the team the next day. So that was how I got the client.
Okay, this is as in like a wonderful approach. Okay, let me just recap a little bit so that you guys can hear me, so that I will recap a little bit on summary of how we got it. Please, can you guys hear me very well?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, Sir Precious, we really appreciate you for coming here. the summary of what he says is that he went to Upwork, right? He searched, he has chosen a niche. The first thing, he chose a niche, which is AI automation, whatever, because he has experience in there on that. So he went to Upwork and searched for jobs, email copywriting jobs on AI automation. Then he find out a job post that really catches attention, which is related to the niche that you want. Then so he did to search for company, search for him, then and that's he now to which is what with ever of that on those things when he check the
Mr. Mohammed, I think, sorry to interrupt. I think your voice is breaking. The people are saying they can't hear you.
Check the all the okay. They can hear me?
His voice is cutting.
Yes, I think he has been locked out, sir.
Please, Mr. President, I have a question.
So, sorry, are you saying something?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
When the time you want to apply the job, do you already set your portfolio before applying the job?
Actually, I was not even done. Okay, let me be honest. You know, the program starts from copywriting. There's a section A,
Yes.
section B, there's section C.
Section C. Yes.
Yes. I watched everything until the last part. I think the last part is the Klaviyo part, right? Am I correct?
No, Upwork is the last part. It's the last section.
Okay. Let me just say I skipped Klaviyo for the last session, for the last section of the course, because that one is another thing entirely. Please, hold on, let me check Mr. Mohammed's message. Okay, he has not messaged me yet. I think we lost him again. So I watched the videos. I started practicing. As I'm finishing a section, let's say the first one is email copy or email series. Okay, I think it's back.
No, please,
Mr. Mohammed.
Just continue answer your questions. I think I'll just keep quiet. You guys should continue. Just ask questions, then he answered. Mr. Precious, just ask your questions, please.
Okay. Okay. So section by section, I think the first one was the copywriting itself, according to the one that I saw in my own. there was a learning copywriting itself, what the copywriting is about. Immediately after that section, I wrote my own copy. Although I have not sent all this to the Telegram group chat yet because I wanted to finish the whole course, including the Klaviyo, before I start sending, so that I can understand everything, and so that when they tell me to make a correction, I will know where to make my corrections. So by section by section, I was writing my own emails, and I was I was picking my own brand. It can be imaginary brand. I can just go online and pick any brand which I want. I actually picked a brand online like that, I think in Ibadan or something. So section by section, I was creating my own portfolio like that. But it has not been reviewed yet. So when I got, remember I said I was practicing everything section by section. When I got to the client acquisition part, where Mr. Mahmoud showed us how to get client on Twitter and how to get client on LinkedIn, I also needed to practice that one too. So it was during that practice that I got my clients. So I was like, hey, how am I going to continue and maybe complete the Klaviyo? I said I left Klaviyo for the last part to complete the Klaviyo and all. But fortunately, they didn't use Klaviyo. They used another platform for their own ConvertKit, another email platform. So that's what they used. So that's how I did mine, and that's how I got my client. Did I answer your question?
Hello, Mr. Jala. I
Hello.
have a
You can ask
question,
your
sir.
question. Okay.
Okay.
Ask your
Okay.
question.
Can you please expatiate on what you mean by AI automation, and again, how often do you
Sorry, I didn't get you. I think a lot of people are talking at the same time, so I can't hear you.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just if people are talking, I'm just removing them. Don't worry. Just keep Mr. Muftau is asking. Please listen to
right,
Mr. Muftau. If you don't raise your
Okay, sir. My question is this. I said, can you expatiate on what you mean by AI automation? And again, how often do you have to write copy, whether in a day or in a week, for your client?
Okay. Let me start with the AI and automation. That one is like my own niche. When they say niche is like the aspects that you have your own expertise. For example, now there's food, there's fashion, there's health, there's religion, all this. You understand what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, please, if
So
you have questions,
the
just raise
AI
your
and
hand.
automation. So the AI and automation part, like there's a lot when it comes to AI. There's ChatGPT, there's cloud AI and all this AI stuff. So that's the experience that I have. I also have experience in travel. Travel is all these sales, all these products. For example, now all this clothing, all this maybe you want to be writing copies about children's food, clothing, maybe fashion. Understand what I mean by niche. So that's basically the same with
Okay.
AI and automation.
I understand that. I think what I really wanted to know is that
Okay.
AI automation, the choice of AI, copy about AI.
What do you mean by that, please?
I think what I wanted to know is that AI automation that you mentioned, is it about writing copy about all the AI, what's it called now? Like ChatGPT that you mentioned, copy AI and stuff like that.
I'm not sure I got your question, but let me
See
see what I think you are saying.
See what he's talking about is that AI automation is a niche that he specialized on. You can specialize in writing copy for foods only. under that food, you can have different category of food and all that. That is just, it's a niche that you can decide to choose on your own. It can be anything. It can be oil and gas self. It can be anything. It can be politics. Okay. So I think that question is not something we should waste much time on. How about Fahaz network? You say you have question. Please ask your question. Please, question should be short and straight to the point, please. Fahaz is no longer asking question again. Who again have question, please?
I think the person, I think he also asked about the...
Okay.
How often do you write copy for your client? Either in a day or in a week?
Okay. So it depends on the company you're working for. They can tell you, they asked me how many can I write a day. As for me, I write just, I provide Monday to Friday, I provide 2 copies. But in the company I work for, there's a bonus system that if you do more than that, they will pay you for it. They will gather your score and then pay you for it, for the extra work. So I didn't do that last month though, but I didn't do that 2 months ago for my first pay of 350 USD. But my last month, I did that. I did extra work and then they are going to pay me for it. The reason why I've not even been paid for it is because I have not requested, I've not sent my invoice. But I will do that because of school. I've not been busy. I've been busy, I mean. So I think I've answered your question.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, there's Rabiu Hamdallah. You have question, please ask your question, Rabiu Hamdallah, please. Mr. Muftar, you can mute your mic now. You can mute your mic, please. Rabiu, ask your question. Okay. If he's not available, how about Mr. Peace? I think Mrs. Peace, please, can you ask your question?
Okay, I want to ask, you said your client you saw the job information from Upwork, but I thought Upwork don't give information about companies or clients. I don't, because me myself, I've tried to search information maybe on job posts, more on it, maybe the name of the company or the name of the brand. It's only the job posts and the criteria. That's the only thing I'm saying. Is there such information on Upwork for you to go to Google or LinkedIn to get more information on them? Is there anything like that?
Okay, this is how I will answer your question. There can be something like that because on Upwork there are all this history, there are all these reviews. Sometimes there are all these reviews and there's history of job on Upwork where the clients, maybe the clients have given job. I think if they have not deleted their history, I think you can search the client's profile, then you get the history of the job. I mean, of the jobs that the client has given out. Maybe the person or the client has mentioned his or a company's name, but in my case, I didn't even search for long. I think maybe honestly, I would say I was lucky
company
too.
Name.
Luck was part of it.
Company name is mentioned. They usually mention company name on Upwork. A lot of them. The thing that they cannot mention is contact, like email, phone number, and anything that will show directly that this is the person. But company name, they mention company name a lot. Okay, they mention company name a lot in Upwork. If you read the job description detail, they will say our company so and so we specialize in this and this and this. And we need somebody that can write copy in so and so in that area. They mention company name a lot in Upwork. So, Sir Ahmed Shitu is ask question. Please ask question, sir.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Prince. While searching for your clients,
good evening.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. While searching for clients, did you use other platforms such as Instagram and Twitter?
Believe me, that client I messaged was my first client. Remember, I said I was testing and practicing what I was learning from the program. So that was my very first client, like that I messaged. And fortunately, the LinkedIn was what I picked when I went to the website. You know, they have all these social medias on their website. They have their Instagram, they have their LinkedIn, and they have their Twitter. Then it was the LinkedIn ad that I personally chose to like maybe pitch my message to the employer or to the client. So in my case, I chose the LinkedIn. But in your case, you can choose whichever one works for you, or whichever one you think you can. Maybe you have higher chances at communicating with the client. But I think LinkedIn is very good, or Twitter.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Again, there are different ways that to discuss how we are this important because our client that is can have that can talk about like now just be very
So voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
I think it got kicked out again.
We
The
can hear you
network
very
pushed him
well,
out
sir.
again. I said I think his voice. I think his network kicked him out of the call again.
Hello, Mr. Jala. Please, can you hear
But can
me?
you hear me? Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
yes. Please, how do you bargain with the client for the client to like to give you the such amount of money, or can the money be more than that or less than that? Can you just talk about that, please?
It depends on your. I think you should come up with a plan. As for me, I came up with a plan. You know, if you want to get the client, maybe you have to like maybe be humble at first. It depends on what you want. As for me, I really needed that job. I needed that money. So when the client told me that he's going to pay 350, I was like, okay, no problem. I'm going to take it. Then my if I was not okay with 350, I would have spoken out. If it was lower than that, like way lower, I would say no, I can't do it, and I will leave. But 350 was okay for me when I calculated it around that 500 naira, 500,000 naira. So what I did was in the next month, or let me say that same month, I made sure I did my job very well, and I made sure he liked everything I did. Then when he was not reviewing my work, then I spoke up to him. I told him, sir, this 350 USD are paying me. I'm not sure I will be able to take it. Although I can't say I lied, but this is what I said. I said my former client or the former company I worked with, they pay me $700 monthly. So why should I be going lower for this? Then it was like, oh, okay, he's going to increase it to 450 maybe for the next month. Then in next 2 months he's going to increase it again. That I should bear with him. That's how I'm able to scale with my payments. I hope I've
Okay.
answered your question.
Yes.
Yes.
You're
So
welcome.
it has to do with your negotiation skills, how you can negotiate. But if the pay is not okay for you, just say no ASAP. Don't waste your time.
All right.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Jala.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go on.
Does this client of yours know you are in Nigeria?
Yes. Uh, we did Zoom call. He called all these people. You have to do Zoom call with them. They will call you.
Okay.
You do one-on-one. They will catch up with you. Then they will they'll communicate with you physically. I mean, okay, not physically, like
Okay,
you understand what I mean on the call.
I understand. I
Yes.
understand. All
So that's
right.
what happened.
Thank you. Okay.
I didn't like it too, but I had to do it.
Okay,
Is there anyone that wants to
you
speak?
you guys should ask you
Mr.
guys should ask
Fahaz, I
question
feel
or
raising up your hand. Yes,
a question.
they're asking.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Yes, I can
So
hear you.
please,
Go on.
when writing this copy, is this something hard, or how does the work look like?
Uh, what I would say to that is different companies have their own style of work. They have their own style of tax. My company, what I learned in the program is copywriting. That's why I'm saying that if you guys have been focused on the copywriting part, you should actually go back to it. It will help you. So they do the copywriting um, for um, for email. They do copywriting for email. They have this newsletter um, where they write a value content. They write a value content, then in that value content they sell to them. They at the end of it, I am to include a link or convince them to purchase from them or to order for their services, something like that. Then it is dynamic. Then in maybe another day, there are tasks where I have to write copies for social media pages, for their social media platforms, where I just message, maybe I could just say something about what they do. For example, now maybe it's an automation company. I can say, uh, why isn't everybody into automation? It saves time. It saves blah blah blah. Then next thing, took a city. By the way, I help founders. I help business people automate their processes. You get what I mean? So those are the kind of
Yes.
copies that I write.
Okay, if I understand what you are trying to say, each time you are going to write copy, they are
Okay.
the one going to tell you the type of copy you are writing.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me
They
even
are the one
talk
that will
more on
tell you
that. They
everything.
have this workspace where they've already like prepared your tax. They will give you the title. They will even give you the title of what you are going to write on and what you are writing on. So they can just give you a rough title of maybe um, AI agent or AI dashboard or AI something. You will be the one to like actually think of how you can come up with something to write on it, something to write on it, and how you can sell it to their clients. So that is that. So the tags are always there for me. Um, I think they send in tags every day. So I pick just one or two because I write either one or two per day at my own convenience. And I make sure I spend a lot of time on them to make them good. So that's how I run my own tax. But it can
Okay,
be different for you.
did they give you time on each copy you are writing? Did they give you a specific time to start and the time to finish?
Well, there was actually time for me to start, and there's a time that I hope to have completed those tasks. But I will not lie, I also breached those tasks. But the thing is, so far you are releasing content every day. You're not doing more than yourself. So far, you're um, sending in content, sending in your copies, okay, sending in your copies. You'll be okay with it. In my own company, that's how I do mine. So they give me time. Sometimes I make it on time. Sometimes I don't make it on time, but they don't talk much about it.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Do you have any more questions?
Okay, the copy you write for them, like how many words? Like
I
how
think
many words in
if you
the copy?
are going to say you have a question,
Do you understand me?
what's your question?
Okay. Yes, I understand you. How many words? It depends. Believe me, sometimes the I could just write maybe um not up to 50 words. Sometimes it could just be because it's short copies they need. People don't really, if they're writing something like email copies, people won't read the long ones like that. It's just short copies that you write. Just short. It can be 50 to maybe 150 words or 200 words, and I'm done. But for the social media, don't forget Twitter only allows like maybe, let's say, for your content to do well on Twitter, they have their own specific rules. For example, 280 characters on Twitter. If it's a thread, you could break it down too. It depends on what you want to write. Sometimes I write just 20 words. Sometimes I write just 50 words. It just depends on the content. It depends on the topic and how I'm able to pitch the CTA. So far, I pitch my own CTA. It's very good.
Okay,
Did you
okay,
get
all
that?
right, all right. Yeah, and in your copies that you have written so far,
So the
have you
the
ever?
number of words, for the copies, they varies. Sometimes they are short, sometimes they are long. But I don't think I've written more than 400 words or 500 words. What am I writing? No, it has to be very, very short.
All right. In your copies or your content that you have written so far, have you like, is there a kind of storytelling stuff there?
I think your
Do you
network is
get?
breaking.
Okay, what I'm saying is
Yes,
that
in some there used to be storytelling. For example, now I could just tell them how, maybe how the thing is that sometimes the employer, you can ask your employer the questions like, okay, how did you get your what were you doing before you own job? I mean, before you started this company, like what job were you doing? As for me, I asked mine. Then he told me he was a banker. So all these stories I gathered, I'm able to like put them into content and into the copy. So I'll be like, oh, I used to work for this bank, one of the biggest banks in Africa. But I said to myself, I don't have time for all this, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. Then you took into storytelling inside. Then tell them how maybe I want to like encourage people to start their own company, because once they start their own company, they also need some things that I offer. I mean, I'm talking about the company. They also need some things that the company offers. For example, now the services that the company offers, when they get the insights, some people can comment, some people can reply the emails and be like, oh, I like how you started this. Can you tell me more? So, and there was this client that I wrote a copy on. I mean, there was this copy I wrote that a client, I mean, a prospect, let me put it that way. A prospect is someone who has potential to be your client. Where the prospect commented, I will reply to the email. He said, oh, he liked the story, that he wants to break free from his own distance too. That when he gets his company started, he's going to contact us to help automate some things, to make his own work seamless too. So all this kind of approach, those are the things that we write.
Okay, okay, sir. Precious. I have another question. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I can
Yes.
hear you.
If you write a copy, are you the one going to send it to the client, or are you sending it to your employer?
Okay, let me answer that question. This is how it works where I work. You know, I said we have this workspace. The workspace is an automation company, so everything's pretty much automated. Yeah. So when the tax is ready to be written, the employer or the CEO is going to like tell you, this is what I wanted to write about this service, about this product. It will just give you maybe a tip of what to write. Maybe you want to put it into action. So there's this automation catalog where it moves. Wait, do you know about Slack? Do you know what Slack is?
Sir?
Slack is a platform. Do you know Slack
Slack.
is a Slack. Most companies
Slack.
abroad use Slack and Notion. Yes.
Please, can you spell it?
SLACK. That's what they use. Most
Okay.
remote jobs, they use something like a workspace where their workers or their remote workers are able to communicate and collaborate. So when there's a task, there's a trigger in Slack that will tell you. You will see your name on it. They will assign the task to you. I think it's rowdy a bit.
Yes, I can hear you.
Mr. Mr. Fahaz. Okay, thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir.
So there's a trigger that will tell you when a task has been assigned to you. Like I said, most companies, it's not for most companies. Some companies can use the Slack, but I'm just telling you my own experience. So the trigger will tell you what to. It will tell you that okay, there's a task that has been assigned to you.
Mute your mic since he's already talking.
I don't know if I can mute. Okay, I think he has muted his mic. So this trigger will tell you that a task has been assigned to you, or all this number of tasks has been assigned to you. So when you complete the task, you'll be the one to move the task to complete it. So there's a to write, then there's a draft. The draft is automatically, it's an automation company, so it's pretty much advanced where I work. So it automatically creates your own Google Sheet and your Google document. Let me put it that way. It automatically creates your own Google document where you're going to work and write the copy inside. Then when you are done, there's this thing called Notion. That's where you remove your content card to maybe review. Then the employer will review the copy, then move it to approved. Then automatically the approved content will move to schedule. We move to schedule. So when it does, what will be next is okay. Can you hear me now? So when it does, it's automatically moved to schedule. That means I am to schedule them. Then I go on I told you we use ConvertKit instead of Klaviyo, another email platform where you can send email mailing system. Let me put it that way, mailing system. So we use ConvertKit. So on that ConvertKit, I go there, then put the copy inside, then select maybe if I want to send it for this particular US location based, or I want to send it to all their email, all their leads. Let me put it that way. Or I want to send it to all their leads. So that's how I schedule my content. So in essence, I am the one to write, then I am the one to schedule.
Okay, I've started that ConvertKit now, but when registering it, do you also need website like how what
Do I also need
Klaviyo
what?
said?
No, the
Klaviyo.
thing is that, okay, I think I get what you're saying. They will give you the company's details. You have access to the company's service account. So the company has a service account. They will give access to everything from social media handle to email to Gmail to LinkedIn. They will give you everything you need and all their resources. They might have all these SOPs like standard of operation. So they give you all the information you need, all the details about the company. But they must trust you before they can hand it over to you. In my case, I think it's a leap of faith to trust somebody. So that's what they do.
Okay, no, what I'm asking is the ConvertKit.
Okay.
Can you hear me? If you want to
Yes, I can
register
hear you.
it, do you need a website like Klaviyo? You know, Klaviyo is asking for website when registering. The ConvertKit is
Okay,
also
let
asking
me
for website.
They've already set up everything. Do you get what I mean? They've set up everything, maybe their landing page, everything. They've done that. Actually, you don't really need a landing page when you are sending this thing on ConvertKit. Landing page is mostly for generating leads. So they have this email. It's just like the normal email you are sending. But ConvertKit is just like the platform. So you log into the company's account to be able to send that email. That's all. You don't have to worry about maybe any website is connected or not. Do you get what I mean now?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your answer. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, you're welcome. Is there any other question?
Yes, I have one more question.
Okay.
Hello? Yes. Do you
Yes,
use
I
your
can hear you.
phone to
Go on.
write the copies or you use your laptop? Hello?
If I could get you clearly, you said, do I use my phone to write copies? My answer
Yes.
is actually yes.
Okay.
The reason is because
Thank
sometimes I might be so tired, I just lay on my bed, I just start using my phone. Sometimes when I'm energized, I use my laptop. So you can use anyone.
Okay.
You can use your phone and your laptop, anyone you want. But there are some tasks that will actually need you to use your laptop. For example, now when you're writing content for social media, they will tell you to do some things sometimes in my own. They will tell you to maybe crop out the this client social proof. Social proof is very important when it comes to email copies. So when you get the picture of the client's social proof, I am the one to edit the client's social proof. For example, now if the client's full name is there, I have to just mention just one name so that I will not expose the client completely. I mean the client of the company I'm working for. Do you understand what I mean? So that is that. Did I answer your question, sir?
Yes, you did.
Is there any more question? Me, network is just locking me out, so I don't want to say anything again. So I think
Please,
we
sir, you
have
have to
to.
say something, sir. Please, you have to say something, sir.
I'm just scared. Network will just come. Okay, let me try to put something. Let me see. Can you guys hear me very well?
Yes,
Yes,
we can
Yes, I
I
hear.
hear
can hear
you.
you.
Okay. Me, the little takeaway I understand from here. Okay, the little takeaway I understand from here is number one. Try to understand the copywriting aspect. That is why I told you guys when you join this program, please mute your mic, please. When you join this program, I usually say that if you understand the copywriting aspect, highest 1 week, you are done with the emails. But a lot of people usually jump the copywriting aspect and they'll run to email aspect. That is where the problem used to lie. Then if you understand this, Mr. Precious explained a concept that me I've never used before, which is going to Upwork, search for clients on the niche that you want to use. Okay, me I'm not a fan of niching down, but he is and it is like that, like Golibe Ilechukuna. If you guys know Golibe is not a fan of niching down, but Andy Mukolo is a fan of niching down. Select your niche. But even me, I'm not a fan of selecting niche. But he said now he's a fan of these things. These things, all of them works. Just make sure that whatever you are doing it because you know it. If you are niching down, you should know that it is because you are very good in that niche. If you are not niching down, you know that you can always research to write copy in every aspect, and that is what me I know I can do. So if you go to Upwork, there is Upwork section in this program. You can go and use it. You can register on Upwork. If you register on Upwork, you can search for email copywriting jobs in the niche that you are. Then get to where they are going to mention their company. If you see where they mention their company, then you cannot copy that company and go and search them on YouTube or on Google. From there, the name, you can get to their website. From their website, you can get to their socials. Now, in their socials, now you should not go. First of all, you should study that website properly. Okay, you should study that website properly to understand what they do. It should be something you are interested in. By the time you understand what they do, you now click any of the link to their social media, either Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever social media they have, anyone. Then you now go and look at the recruiter or the person that take decision in that website, in that company. Then you now look at the person's profile. Then you see what the person has been talking about, what the person has been posting about. Then you will now edit your profile to fit in what they do in the company. Then you send them a call DM. And one of the things that I noticed that has helped Mr. Precious to get accepted once is the fact that he take all that duration. The client will know that if this guy is not serious, he cannot move all the way from Upwork to our website, to our link, all these processes. You don't need to mention it. But by the time you talk to him and tell him you saw his job post on Upwork, he knew that it must be this process that you follow. If not, you don't know his name. You do not mention his name in Upwork. So by the time you do that, the person know that, yeah, you know what you are doing. Then another thing again is you should try as much as possible to go and watch a video in section C, client acquisition section, where I say, know your client mindset. You see this same process that he discussed here. It's not from Upwork per se, but the same procedure I discussed them there. I even mentioned companies that are almost always hiring. I mentioned them, different part of the company, they are there. I mentioned them. And how do you reach the decision makers in those companies? I discussed it in that video. Please, you guys should go and check it out. And this process that he followed, honestly, it's a unique thing. You can try it out. You can try it out. You see, it's just one client using this process. But if you look at it, it's a long process. He has to understand, to go and study that job in Upwork and follow all these processes down to the person. So it is always, if you take time, it is always rewarding. But then if you are in rush like that, you see that it will be difficult for you to get what you want. But most important of all is that you should understand these things. Please, you should I say that if you understand how to write copy, don't rush. Don't rush. If you see that you don't have much time, take it gradually. Study this thing. Understand this thing. Then apply for jobs. You will get jobs. Just apply. Right? This is another unique process you have gotten again. It is one important opportunity that you have. We're in community, right? We bring in people that have you. There is someone right now, there is a member of this our community that is about to get one job in one company in Nigeria here. And there is one that got, that one is like more than 6 months ago. I want to invite him to, after some time, I'll invite, he is working with Nigerian company as an email copywriter. So I want to invite, it's been long that I chat him. I want to invite him to, this is the opportunity you have in community. You discuss with people, you ask questions and all that. It is not all about just shouting in group. No, just calm down, study these things. You will all get job. So I think this is all for today. And this is the little I want to contribute into here. And I hope that this is going to be beneficial for all of us, and everybody will get to where he's going to. I wish all of us the best. Any more questions? I don't think there's more questions. It's already okay, please just briefly, because it's almost 10 already.
So from what I gather from Mr. Precious here, you mentioned that you write copy for them, that you usually write email. But can you clarify the type of email that you write for them? Is it email, is it welcome series or information email? And again, you usually mentioned that you incorporate storytelling into your writing. Which part of is it from the email side or on the copy side?
Okay. So let me start with your last one. The kind of where I maybe incorporate or input the storytelling can be either the content copy for the social media or for the email. It works for both. Sometimes I can even use both. I can use it for both. I can use the same copy I wrote for email, and I can use the same copy for the social media platforms. I just have to structure it in a way to make it not, email copies, it can be a bit longer, but social media, you have to keep it short. So that is that. Then your first question, please, can you remind me your first question again? I'm sorry, I didn't. Can you hear me?
I said you should clarify the type of email that you write, whether it is a welcome series or information email.
Okay. Okay, I get
I
you
take
now.
it that
So
the social proof that you write is like a landing page for them.
no. Social proof is not the social proof I write is not a landing page. The social proof I write. Okay, let me answer this one if I go to the first one. The social proof I write is just to convince the client that to convince prospects that okay, these clients are happy with this result. Maybe I can even use social proof in almost all my copies if I want. Social proof is what motivates people. Like this person actually it worked for this person. For example, now if you are into maybe beard growth, and you put a lot of people that you have a lot of reviews or maybe clients that or maybe use your product and they are sharing their testimonies, you can include those social proofs that okay, this person was happy with this result. You can be happy with it too. Remember, so in fact, almost all my copies, I usually had social proof. Even in the emails, I have this video testimonials that I always add to them to remind them every time, but I switch it once in a while. And then moving back to your first question, whether it is whether the emails are right, whether they are maybe informational or maybe they are welcome series. Yes, I've written welcome series. I do write welcome series. Actually, most companies they just need that welcome series, maybe just for a maybe it can be for a short time or for a long time. As for me, I wrote I wrote I wrote welcome series like 2 times or 3 times. They are different, like I said, there are different angles in which you can write a welcome. There are different purposes in which a welcome series is being used for. A welcome series can be used for maybe the general aspect where you invite, maybe where you welcome your prospects or your leads. You get what I mean? Or you welcome them to your website, maybe to your platform to tell them about your services. Or maybe maybe they are doing a workshop, they are doing a workshop, or maybe they are doing a promo or something. You can create a welcome series for that specific promo or for that specific workshop. Maybe they are doing a training. You can create a welcome series for that specific training. So I wrote those welcome series as well, especially for the specific training, maybe the AI training that they were doing. So I wrote that. So the type of emails you'll be writing or that I do write, it depends. So it varies. It can be informational, it can be welcome series. It's whatever they want me to write that I use. That I write. Did you understand that?
All right, I do. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Please on
Do we have any more
your
questions?
Upwork, did you put that you're also an email marketer and also an email copywriter?
I think your network is breaking. I cannot really hear you well.
What I said that in your Upwork on your Upwork profile, do you put that you're an email marketer and also an email copywriter?
Please come again with your question. The network is breaking.
I'm saying that in your
Come with your okay.
on your Upwork, do you put it there that
Your
you
network is
are
breaking.
oh fuck. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you slightly.
Okay.
But just try to communicate.
Okay, what I'm saying is that on your Upwork, do you write it that you are an email marketer and email copywriter? You know,
Take your
Mr.
time.
Mohammed puts one kind of like in his email in his Upwork video course. He put it there that you will like there's a kind of there's a kind of something that you have to write there. Like you have to focus there so that there won't be any kind of misunderstanding with the client that wants to give you job. Like you have to be specific with what you are doing. Do you get me?
Okay.
So I'm now asking
I only
that.
got the last part. Okay. Continue.
So I'm now asking that on your
I
Upwork,
think I've
do you
lost you
put it
again.
there that
Can you hear him?
okay? Yes, I can hear you very well. I can hear you very well. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Just ask your question first so that
So I said on your Upwork, do you put it there that you are an email marketer and email copywriter?
I can't really hear you.
Maybe
Oh, maybe can you type your
Hello.
message in the
He
comments?
said,
Maybe I can see it.
he said in your Upwork profile, can you hear me? Mr. Ajala?
It's just
Maybe network.
no, I don't use Upwork. I did not use any Upwork. I don't. Although I set up my profile on Upwork, but I was like, a lot of competition is on this Upwork. I don't know if I'll be able to like, and you also need proposals. You need to, you need connect. You need connect the call it. You need something that you're going to send. Maybe it's either connect or something or proposal, something they call it on Upwork to be able to like apply for jobs. So I did not really use Upwork at all. The only time I needed Upwork was it's just for the information about the client and about the client's job description. That's just what I need. Did you get that?
Okay. Yes. Okay, you are
Yeah.
just grabbing those clients from Upwork, right?
I don't know why I can't hear you well.
I said you are grabbing those clients from Upwork to LinkedIn.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I get my client from Upwork. I just go there for the information, maybe to look for job details and the company's name. If the company's name or maybe information is there, I just grab it. I'll continue from there. So that's just what I use Upwork for the job hunt. For the job hunt. Yes.
Okay. Not that you buy a Connect or something.
So I think the most important discussions are over now. Abi? I think we can close. Or is there any other thing again?
Yes, coach. I think we can close.
Okay. Sir Precious, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very, 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 very much again for your time. And you guys, thank you all for attending.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Mr. Precious, for sharing your insight.
You're all welcome.
We really appreciate Mr. Precious. We really appreciate Mr.
You're welcome.
I'm going to make this available on YouTube after editing because of this network is going to be very difficult to edit, but I'm going to edit it and make it available on YouTube.
Thank you very much, Mr. Precious.
Okay. No problem.
Good night,
All
sir.
right, good night.
You're welcome.
Thank you.